Hello, I'm Wendy Wilson, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Realizing Potential. I have with me in the studio this morning a colleague and someone who's just very committed to not only her position here at Albany State University, but certainly to the community and helping it to grow and expand. And what I love, she is just so adamant about pouring into our youth. She is none other than Miss Anita Allen. How are you?
I'm well.
Good, good. Always good to see your gorgeous face.
Thank you. Same
so
to you.
Tell the viewers a little bit about your role. I know they may say, well, isn't it obvious with her uniform? But just tell us what led to you joining law enforcement, and then we'll talk about this special event that's coming up.
Wow, okay. I have almost 16 years of law enforcement experience.
Okay.
My role here at Albany State University, I'm the captain. I'm over training. I'm the training supervisor. I deal with the internal affairs, sexual assault, and public relations. Mm-hmm. Before I came to Albany State, I worked for the Doherty County Sheriff's Office. I started out as a jailer. Mm. I worked my way up through training to a corporal. I was over the substance abuse program for the inmates, and then from there I did a promotion. I became a lieutenant. I worked downtown as their investigator, and I did public relations there as well. Law enforcement for me, I love it. I try to change the image for a female officer. Mm-hmm. I'm very particular about my uniform, the way I look in my uniform, nice and neat. But I also try to motivate and encourage other women that are in law enforcement as well to just feel good about themselves being in this role, because we're serving our community, and we took the oath, and our job is to keep everybody safe. And the goal is to also, while I'm in this uniform, I want to make sure I look apart. I want to make sure I look nice. I want to make sure I still have that feminine look, but also I still have that authority look as well. My role here at Albany State, I love it. Being able to deal with the students, they're awesome. My job is to also mentor the students, and of course we all do that. Faculty, staff, we all try to mentor our students. So I try to mentor them. I talk to them about positive choices instead of making negative choices. I have 2 college students myself, and so my goal is just to make sure they have a great time while they're here, but a safe time. But I also want them to graduate in those 4 years. Sure. And of course they're going to make mistakes, but we want them to make minimum mistakes while they're here.
Okay, very good. Well, we're gonna, and I can so turn this into a different direction, but I want to stay on topic. But okay. I have to go back to a point that you made, and I love that you did. And you were saying that you feel comfortable enough, and I think that message is so important to women. It does not matter what industry or profession that they're in.
Absolutely.
Because oftentimes it may not be spoken always, but women make, we grapple with so many different things, and we feel like we have to sacrifice the fact that we're a woman and our femininity in the name of the profession or the role, instead of being all encompassing and embracing that.
Right.
So you are an excellent example of, I can still embrace my femininity and be very professional, and at the end of the day perform at a stellar level. And so thank you for messaging that, because sometimes we make the decision, okay, I won't be who I am. I won't be my authentic self because I need to blend in and I need to. And as you alluded to earlier, people are watching you, students are watching you. Absolutely. And so that's all a part of that mentorship process.
Absolutely.
Great. Yes, I already knew that, but excuse me, I'm glad you said that to our audience. That's just so key. In your role, and I was listening to your diverse portfolio, and like, okay, she's done a lot, and she does all of that you mentioned very well. I've seen that play out over the years. But your focus in terms of youth, and again, helping them to make wise decisions. And so you want to play and have been playing a role in a holistic education. And so certainly they come here, major in a specific discipline for the purpose of earning their degree in 4 years. But the educational process in 2017, so much is coming at young people. Yeah. And a lot of it is not positive. And so you want to help to arm them and equip them to make wise decisions. So that's your Women's Empowerment series. We're having that again. Tell the viewers the inception of that. What made you decide this is what I want to do, and then what this year's event will look like? What will it entail?
Well, it's a lot as far as our female students. It's a lot that's on their shoulders.
Sure.
It is okay to be you. And I tell them all the time, because I care about you. I care about your worth. You are worthy. I want to hear from you. So this Women Empowerment, I invited 3 special guests. One is Nancy Judge Stevens from probate court here in Dougherty County. Victoria Brackens, who's also, she taught at Albany High School, and she does so much in our community here as well. And Sherelle Bird, everybody knows Sherelle Bird. She is outstanding here in Dougherty County and the Good Life City. She's everywhere. But they're going to come in and they're going to give some inspiring words to our young ladies. They're going to motivate them. They're going to talk to them about goals, making new goals they probably have never thought about. And they're going to also tell them about life choices, things that they should think about before they make that big choice. In our world, sometimes, as a parent, we can sit back and, say, oh, we got to tell them to do this, we got to tell them to do that, but in their world, it's a little bit different. When they're by themselves, it's like, okay, shall I go this way or shall I not go that way? They're really thinking about it. They don't know what to do. And then they're trying to fit in where they don't have to fit in. Just be yourself. If you have long red hair, wear your long red hair. If you have short hair, wear your hair and be beautiful in it. If you talk a little different from someone else, it's okay. Sure. If you're short, that's fine. If you wear a size 14 shoe, who cares? Be you. Be beautiful in you. A lot of times we have to pull that worthiness out of them because sometimes they don't feel that way because they're looking at social media. You have to look this particular way. You have to talk this way. You have to dress this way. You have to act this way to get that particular attention, or you have to do certain things on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or whatever the social media thing may be. A lot of times people young ladies are trying to fit themselves in. Which category am I going to be in today? Right. Well, I like that category. Well, no, I don't fit in that because they're cuter than me or they're smarter than me. It is okay. It is okay, and that's what I want them to know. You are beautiful just the way you are. It is okay to save yourself for marriage. I tell them that all the time. You don't have to be like the rest. And even if you haven't, and if you made that choice, okay, let's pick up for today. Sure. And let's start new. You can continue to save yourself until you get married. Absolutely. You can conduct yourself as a young lady. When they see me, they say, hey, Captain. I say, hey, girl, what's up? And then they'll ask, and I tell them about my 2 college students. You don't have any college students. I say, yes, I do. Well, how old are you? And I tell them, it's like, wow. I say, well, let me tell you why. First of all, because I try to get good rest. I try my best to keep a smile on my face and stay happy, because that helps too. But then, stay away from drugs. I start saying stay away from alcohol. Stop staying up so late. Stay out of places that you shouldn't be, because that causes stress. And when you make bad choices, that causes stress. Absolutely. So do things to help your body. Eat right. Get good rest. Be positive. Smile and laugh. Even though you may go through, but find something positive out of it. And if you need somebody to talk to, find that person. We have counselors here on campus. You can always come to the police department. I always stress that. But find ways to make it a little bit easier. We're here for you. And a lot of times when they don't hear that, they're out there by themselves. So that's why I stress it all the time. Excellent. When I see a student, I smile. Good morning. Yes. How are you? You're so cute. You're beautiful today. I compliment their hair, their glasses, their shoes, their bracelet, whatever it is. Yes. But it brings a smile to their face. I'm sure it does. And that makes the difference.
Well, again, I need to try to look at my schedule so that I can attend that event. The message is key, and a lot of times we make the assumption that just because these students have arrived on the respective campuses, whichever 3 that they may be, that they're equipped and armed with all that all we need to do is just impart the academic component or a piece to it. And no, we don't know what their backgrounds are. Right. We make a lot of assumptions. A lot of us walk around with masks on. And the message, particularly as women, I love that you are sharing that with an early age, is self-care. It's just so important because we're oftentimes doing for others, and we neglect ourselves. And we feel like, well, no, I'll become secondary or third. Let me focus on this, and this. The other piece you mentioned, the whole social media. I have to step back. I have a soon-to-be 21-year-old and a 15-year-old, and I have to just remind their dad all the time that different worlds now, and this social media diet is just. It can just be all consuming, and then it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. And they don't have the maturity to be able to say, let me step back for a minute, or understand the value and the importance of being quiet or getting in a safe space physically and even in your head. So it sounds like that's part of the many topics that will be discussed that day.
Yes.
Tell our viewers and I apologize for cutting you off, the day of the event. Is it open to all of our students? Who can come?
All the students can come. My focus is the female students. It's September the 14th. It's going to be from 10 to 12. We're going to have some small vendors here as well. We're going to have a female vendor. It's going to be a little surprise. She's going to set up some jewelry and things of that nature. We're going to give out door prizes as well. But it's going to be at Billy C. Black Building in the auditorium, and it's open to everybody, but we want all of our female students to come. I know there are going to be some people, I want to know about this women empowerment. It's okay, because you may get something out of it. So they're more than welcome to come. But I've been passing out flyers. I've been to the beautiful Wiley Hall, and talked to some of the girls there, and they're pretty excited. So I'm hoping to see them on the 14th. So it's going to be a great event, something motivational they can take back, and hopefully we get some good feedback from it.
Sure, I know that you will. This is the third, fourth time?
Yes, I did one in 2013. 2014, I'm doing one again this year, 2017.
Good. Yeah. Well, shout out to your boss. He has an outstanding. I think you attract what you have in your world, and he is very committed to the development of his team, and then he allows you all to operate autonomously in pouring your gifts into the community. I see that constantly. So hats off to him. That doesn't always occur.
Absolutely. We have a great boss. Our chief, he's awesome. When we come up with ideas, I'm always coming up with an idea. Hey, chief, let's talk about this. But he sits down, he listens. We come up with a plan, and then we execute it.
He lets you execute it.
Absolutely.
That's great. Yeah. And that speaks to his level of confidence, because a lot of times supervisors or leaders don't always, and I don't know if that's fair to use the word leader, because a leader will do this. Empower their team to lead. You can't always hold them back. So that's great. I'm excited. September 14th from 10 to 12. Billy C. Black Building. For females, trying to get them early on, equipping them with some skills and helping them to identify all the treasures that are within, and feeling comfortable enough to bring those to fruition. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to definitely carve out some time that morning so that I just want to come and observe and then soak up some of that information. Yeah, good.
Awesome.
Enjoyed you. Thank you for coming on the show. Viewers, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Realizing Potential. I'm Wendy Wilson, and we'll see you next time.